All right. Marketeer of the week.
Marketeer of the week. Brian. That's my husband.
That could have been the marketeer that Jimmy
could have
Burr's
been, yeah.
article, but
Byron got a gift.
we're going
And I was purposely excluded.
with the new Chris Smith book, The Conversion Code. Chris Smith has he's written 4 best-selling books. Shout out Chris. Chris was just on the walkthrough. If you haven't checked out that pod on Broke Agent Media, go check it out as well. He sent me
the VIP.
The VIP copy.
The VIP.
All right, so I want to just read the little note he wrote.
He wrote a note.
I
like
love
a little
this.
love note.
I don't know if you can. You can't zoom in because you're sitting way over there. Stop chasing leads. Start attracting clients. I want to talk about that in a little bit. But so Chris writes, "Congrats on the launch of BAM."
Well,
by the way, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, Broke Agent Media.
He didn't even write BAM though.
He did write BMA, but that's okay. I know what he was talking about. BAM,
I feel like I like
Broke Agent
BMA.
Media.
It reminds me like a little bit like WWE.
We like BAM. If you haven't subscribed to Broke Agent Media on YouTube, please make sure you do that. Yeah. I'm very excited to see what you guys can accomplish and look forward to supporting that journey. I also appreciate you and Nicole having me on the podcast. We had him when we were doing the confessionals for the Real World.
Yep.
We had him on a confessional. He says, even though she had no idea who I was, so no VIP copy for her.
No VIP copy.
Right. I'll share this book with you.
I feel like I knew who he was once we got on the call.
Yeah.
I needed a little. I didn't know.
Hope you love my new book. He says this is the best work of his career.
Of course it is. He's not going to be like the last book was better than this book.
Give me a little highlighter.
That's silly.
He's
trying to get you to highlighter.
Yeah. So the book is already a national bestseller. It is the.
You don't even need me. We'll just do this.
Yeah, there you go. It is the Conversion Code. I haven't jumped into it yet, but I'm really excited. This is the second edition. So the first one was the national bestseller, completely revised and updated for today. Everything you need to know about building your brand. Now, here's the big thing. I love what he's like. Stop chasing leads, start attracting clients. Yes. Okay. The big takeaway there is if you're not building your brand on social today, the way your audience is consuming it, we're talking a lot about Reels and TikToks and all of these types of things. If you're not doing that, you're going to be in a really hard spot over these next couple of years. I believe, Nicole, that agents are going to flock to safety over the next couple of years. Agents are going to realize that, oh my gosh, there are less home shoppers, going back to the first racket we just talked about. There are less home shoppers in the market over these next 24 months. There may be more inventory, but there's less transactions that are happening. We're already seeing less transactions in 2022 than we saw in 2021. When there are less shoppers, there's less activity on sites like Zillow and Redfin and Realtor. We're already seeing less activity. Okay, so there's going to be less online leads for everybody to share. When that happens, agents that want to stay in this business, they're going to flock to safety. They're going to go to the best teams that know how to generate leads. They're going to go to the best teams that are helping support their clients, or their agents rather, build the brand that is relevant today. They're going to go to the places, and if you're an agent listening, you should be thinking about this. If you're not in the right place, that's going to help them actually build that brand. You should be focusing yourself on, how do I get more video content out there? How do I get more short form, consumable content out there? And how do I engage with my community, both on social and in real life, by doing the things that are important to them to create the relationships necessary to make it through the next 24 months? Because online leads are going to be a whole heck of a lot more scarce, I believe, over the next 2 years.
Well, I'm excited to read the book.
You're going to read it because I'm going to share it with you?
Well, that's my hope.
This is.
Oh, look, he signed it for you too. Oh, that looks like my signature.
I like that.
Congratulations.
If you're not following Chris, by the way, on Instagram, make sure you do it, because a whole bunch of these
graphs.
These graphs and charts
Byron loves graphs
that are in the book.
Just give him a book of graphs. Like, it can be like a picture book.
They're directly from the book, and he's putting them up on IG. They look beautiful. Aren't they beautiful?
They're black and white. Yep, they're beautiful.
They're like very appealing to the eye.
They're very appealing. You enjoy them.
I just randomly opened up to page 133.
It's great.
And I'm going to read a couple stats off of this, okay? 74% of people would prefer to communicate with a human when contacting a business. So something to think about when you're setting up your automation. 3% of people prefer a chat bot.
Oh.
23% of people prefer a cyborg, human and chatbot. I'd be in the 23%.
I would too. I liked a little chat box in the bottom to like get some things answered first before I commit to a person.
I'm thinking of my Delta app. It was the national Delta app has an ability for
Delta
me
had
to,
a terrible weekend. Did you see all those cancellations?
No,
Holy hell.
But shout out to Delta. They're still the best airline commercially. Delta has an option where you can start texting them. So you talk to a chatbot at first. But I can tell the chatbot, boom, here's my information.
Yeah.
And now get me a representative on this chat. They'll tell me how long I'm going to be waiting. They get a representative. Now I have a representative in the chat. I never call Delta for changes anymore. I only go through the text messaging service.
I like it.
And they'll either, hey, I'm curious about upgrading to first class.
I mean,
I want to change this flight. I want to cancel
probably your number
a
one
flight.
question, huh? It's like a Google search. It's like Byron's Delta search.
Usually I'm doing the chat box for a cancellation, which means I'm going into another flight.
Yeah.
Which means I'm sitting, middle between somebody's dog and their kid or something.
Their
like that.
dog.
Yeah, I just had a flight where I sat next to a dog.
Really?
Absolutely.
You
want to talk about rackets? You want to talk about rackets? Complete
total
racket on a flight.
That's funny.
They should be required to buy the entire row. Okay.
Wow.
That's how I feel about that.
Okay. Well,
love my dogs out there. Love my dog people.
Your
love
dog
all
people.
Of you guys.
I love your dogs.
And I love my
we
dog
love the
people.
dog people.
I'm a big dog.
Not the dogs. Anyway.
Congrats, Chris.
Congrats. That's amazing.
On the book.
Thank you for my book.
Yeah, I will share my copy with Nicole. I'd encourage you guys all to go out there and get it. He's brilliant. And when it comes to the marketing data that we need to help build our brand and service our clients at a higher level. Really would love to hear from you in the comments again on what is happening in your market with listings. I looked through the locations, Nicole, on some of the people that said, nope, listings are down.
Yeah.
Like Naples, Florida was one of them. Made sense to me because I know that market. Arlington, Virginia was one of them. That's DC-ish, so that would make sense. A lot of people, are always in and out of that area. Yeah. So I don't know. That one kind of made sense to me. I don't know much about that market.
Well, we also don't know what these individuals are comparing it to. Like, is it last year? Are they looking at under contracts compared to listings? Are they looking at last month?
I may put up that poll again and just say, hey, from last month.
Yeah, right? I feel like you need to have it. Needs to be a little bit clearer.
So when we run a real word clip, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
And love for you guys to consider subscribing to Broke Agent Media on YouTube. That's where all of the real word is now hosted. So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, love a review from you and a subscribe over on YouTube. If you shall consider that, I would really greatly appreciate it.
Greatly appreciate it.
Appreciate all of you guys. We'll see you next week. I'll be back in person with Nicole.
I love it.
All right. Keep it real.
See you guys.
Hey guys, appreciate you checking out this episode of The Real Word. If you want the full episode, go over to the Broke Agent YouTube. That's where we're hosting the full podcast. If you want to continue to see the segments broken out and the short clips, stay right here on The Real Word YouTube.